If you shop on Amazon, you should use Wikibuy. It's a browser extension that automatically compares Amazon.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reacting to Apple is Overrated, Why I Left the Apple Cult by Dancing with the Ghost, this guy right here. So let's get into it. And there's a lot of swearing.
MacBook, iPad, iPhone, iPod. It's pretty clear that Apple's gotten a lot of my money over the years. But I've recently come to the conclusion that their products are so fucking overrated that I just had to make a video about it. My first recollection of Apple were those goofy candy-colored iMac computers they sold back in the late 90s. When it came to computing,
I've heard a lot about those candy color ones in like the early 2000s, late 90s.
Family was a Windows household all the way. By the time I had my first interaction with the user interface of an Apple computer, I hated it. Probably because it was different than what I was used to, and that tends to be why people hate things. But then along came the iPod. One of the few things that I feel like Apple really got right. I love my 80 gig iPod, and as of last year, I just recently filled it up. I've had this thing for over 10 years now, and it's still going strong. I mean, it even still looks great because I've had it under case for so long. The iPod was very streamlined and sexy. Like most of Apple's products, looks
like the iPhone 8 Plus
mattered. And in the jungle of personal MP3 players of the day, the iPod overtook them all, and pretty soon all your friends had one.
These are not three separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it
iPhone. My favorite device.
Then along came the iPhone. Apple had yet again seduced me with its unheard of new features for a cell phone. It was an iPod. It finally brought the real internet to mobile phones instead of that poor man.
Yeah, and that's what's on like flip phones today. If you bought them through carrier, and then with Samsung and all that, if you buy an AT&T or Verizon phone, you still get carrier apps and carrier junk and updates later than the unlocked version and all that stuff that Apple doesn't give you.
Man's version of the internet that were on most phones of the day, and you could seamlessly switch between all of them at that. But damn, that was expensive. The only people who had iPhones when they first came out were snobs and techies. But
well, rich people too.
I wanted one. And
which
I
makes
eventually
sense.
got one. 8 years after they had been out on the market. I loved the first iPhone that I got. But by the time I finally got one, other companies had caught up and surpassed Apple in various ways. Samsung's Android operating system was quickly becoming superior to Apple's iOS system. And then came the iPads. Oh, sweet Jesus, the iPads. I feel like Apple really kick-started the tablet craze, and yes, I eventually got one. My final Apple purchase was a MacBook. The Apple MacBook is easily one of the most overrated pieces of Apple technology out there. People don't buy MacBooks for their functionality. They buy them to make a fashion statement. You're paying thousands of extra dollars to be able to throw up that glowing Apple whenever you're at a Starbucks or DJing at some douchebag club. Like, oh, look at me, I take myself.
That technically isn't 100% true, because people buy MacBooks to use them as their normal everyday computer. They, in my opinion, last long, and they work greatly with iPhone and other devices. And even schools use them, like my school that has MacBook Airs for freshmen.
More seriously as a human being than you do, because I have the little fucking glowing Apple logo thingy. I initially purchased a MacBook because I was trying to emulate one of my favorite YouTubers at the time. He stated that he edited on a MacBook computer using Final Cut, and then a few other big YouTubers said they use the same. So because of peer pressure, I do all my editing on a MacBook as well. I paid $2,500 for this MacBook laptop. It has two USB ports. Ooh. It's got a whopping 251 gigabytes internal memory. And to top all that off, no fucking CD drive. Why would you not include that if I'm paying almost $3,000
He does have a point.
for a fucking basic laptop? In the past few years, Apple has had this bizarre business model of jumping the gun and future-proofing their devices by leaving out features everyone still uses.
He also has a point too, and I'm not happy about the whole dongle thing. Honestly, with the headphone jack, people still use it. Apple, who pretty much owns Beats headphones, they still have their cheapest model, which has an aux cord. And technically, instead of adding dual speakers, what you could do is keep the headphone jack, and people could plug in a speaker from their iPhone that sounds louder than two speakers on an iPhone.
Oh, you want to watch movies? Play some old PC games? Rip a CD to iTunes, or install CD-based software on your laptop. Well, too fucking bad. Oh, you want to use wired headphones on your iPhone?
Well, technically there is an adapter too for both those on Amazon.
Silly fool. Wired headphones are so 2005. No, everybody still uses wired headphones.
That's actually true.
People still use CDs and DVDs. You could have included it on my laptop. Apparently, internal memory comes at a premium for the Apple Corporation because unless you want to pay hundreds of dollars or get stuck with a high monthly bill, most iPhones come with 32 gigs standard, which you will fill up in a couple of months. How do they expect you to get around this problem? Oh, I'll tell you how. The fucking iCloud. This is basically a remote database that's
I will tell you this, iCloud seems to work a lot more fluently because it automatically uploads your stuff into the cloud, and where Google Photos doesn't do that. But you have to go into the app to do it, and it takes a long time. Yeah, so
located God knows where that takes all your photos, contacts, app data, etc. and stores it just in case you lose your phone, it breaks, or it's stolen. And that's where they get you because I decided I didn't want to fuck with Apple anymore. So a few months ago, I purchased a Samsung Galaxy S7. Well, upon starting the phone up, I realized I would have to manually enter all of my contacts, re-download all of my apps, somehow transfer all of my photos. This was going to be a huge hassle. I realized that if I just continue to stick with Apple, I can merge all my data over to the new iPhone instantly. So since the iCloud is holding all of my information hostage, I am stuck with Apple for the foreseeable future. Plus, honestly, that S7 I purchased was getting really, really hot.
I like that video right there.
Guess nobody's perfect. There's a certain superiority that Apple users have. I personally am stuck on the island of Apple because I decided to go with them a long time ago. All my shit's in the cloud. I don't feel like starting over again. I bought into the hype and I am not impressed. Now, these all sound like first world problems, and they are. Trust me. I am so thankful for the fact that I have a separate laptop that I can edit videos on. I'm so thankful to have a cell phone and an iPod and all these things, all this shit that honestly I don't need, but I have it. So it's not like I'm complaining about all this technology I have. I'm just stating my opinions. Now, if I could go back and do it differently, I would. I probably would have went with an Android phone. Definitely would have taken that $2,500 and bought a powerhouse editing laptop that would have been...
Here's my tip if you want to buy a MacBook. Don't buy a MacBook new, get a MacBook used. They're way better, and they have more to them than new MacBooks
So
do.
much more powerful than this. Just because the angry video game nerd uses a MacBook to edit his videos on doesn't mean that if I get one, I'm automatically going to gain the same amount of subscribers that he has. I guess I just wanted to have the same technological edge as everybody else on YouTube when I first started making videos, so technology wouldn't be an excuse as to why I wasn't making great content. I now know that I'm not making great content because I'm just not very good at making YouTube videos. Nobody has ever even been able to give me a compelling argument about why an Apple Mac is superior over a Windows PC. I've yet to hear one. A compelling one, I mean. Not, you've already drank the Kool-Aid of Apple, so you're going to just be a fanboy of anything they put out. I think anything that Apple does, you can get a superior build of for a Windows PC. It's just more customizable. See, that's another thing with Apple. Everything you get with an Apple device, it's locked into the device. There's no taking it off and adding more memory.
That technically is true. But also with Samsung, you can't take their phones apart, and it's actually harder for you to get into the phone than with Apple, where if you like order a keys from a screwdriver thing or whatever from iFixit, you can easily get into the phone. Samsung, you have to pry it open.
Modifying it, you know, you can't open the bastard up.
And that ruins the adhesive, so you'd need new adhesive.
And add memory or add RAM it's like what you get is what you get, and it's closed up and sealed up, and that's it. You know, that's another thing I don't really like about their product. So basically, my end statement is Apple equals hype. Hype is what they sell, and if that's important to you, stick with Apple because that's about all you're getting for that extra money that you're paying. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, there's these annoying things now because YouTube's new system, their annotations are gone. So I have to sit here. Well, I guess I don't have to sit here. I could have put up another video or some shit. I don't know. Why am I still here? Why are you still here? I guess we will stop that right now.
Okay guys, so that wraps up the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you all later. Bye.